I talk to a lot of people who have the dream of becoming a business owner or an entrepreneur. And one of the things that I find pretty much common in all of them is it's the struggle that they express, or the challenge that they're facing, is where to begin. A lot of times when you're starting something new, especially if you're going to take a risk like starting your own company, it can oftentimes feel and seem like a daunting task, like so much bigger than you can even feasibly imagine. And it seems like the risk is far greater than the reward potentially, and therefore most people never actually get going. And a lot of people, once, even those that actually do get going and actually do take that first step, they quit early on because the first setback or the first challenge that they face, they feel like that's a sign that this was a bad idea, and so they just give up quickly. And so I want to share with you a little bit of encouragement. If you're sitting watching this video and you're thinking about starting your own company, or you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, or starting something new, I want to share with you some encouragement from my experience. When I had just turned 19 years old, and I had been working for a recruiting company for a couple of years, and had been successful. And here I was in corporate America doing well. I actually just got a promotion the very last week that I planned on working there. And I hadn't given them a notice or anything to let them know that I was going to quit. But I would just turn 19. They call me into the office, the boardroom, and I'm meeting with the district managers and the vice president. And here they are offering me a promotion. Because I think that they could tell that I was getting bored where I was. And I was. I was chomping at the bit to start my own company again. I had done it when I was a little bit younger. I'd owned a landscaping company, and then I had gone to work for corporate America for a few years and had been successful. And here I was wanting to start my own company again. And so I was afraid. I had a rental home at the time. I owned my own home. I was not out of debt at the time. And so here I was with a lot of risks, and going into this last week where I planned on letting them know that I was going to quit, and then they give me a promotion. So not only was I now faced with the decision to quit, as I already, had planned, but now it was in the face of being promoted, which was like, gosh, is this a sign that I should stay here or what? So here I am, and I've got these fears. I got the fear of taking this step out of my comfort zone, which is staying at the company that I was working at, where I was comfortable but not happy, because deep down I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And so there I was, come to the end of the week, and I just decided, you know what, I got to just take the first step. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be easy or hard or how hard, but I've got to take that first step. And so I did. I let them know on Friday, that Friday night, let them know. And then the very next Monday, I started out as an entrepreneur. In the industry I was in, there wasn't really the place to give a 1 week or 2 week notice, because we were in sales, and therefore they didn't want you to have a couple of weeks to potentially take clients with you. So it was kind of a fast thing. And the very next Monday, there I was starting my company, sitting in my home office, starting from scratch. And those first steps oftentimes can feel like the biggest step. But what I want to share with you is that it's really not. It feels like it is. But if you would just take a step in the right direction towards your dream, towards your goal, towards the passion you have for whatever business that you want to start, if you just take that step, and that doesn't always mean quitting your job. Sometimes that means taking baby steps. Maybe it means working double that first, couple of months, or even that first year, because you're going to keep your job and start your company at the same time. But what I want to encourage you is that don't look at the first step as being such a daunting step. Look at the first step as being one step of many, because you're never going to get to the steps that follow until you take the first step. They're all just going to be in your head. And the more you think about it, the bigger they're going to become, the more daunting it's going to become. And you know what? You may never actually take the step of starting your own company. You may not actually do it if you don't take the first step. So I just want to encourage you. Fear oftentimes makes things much bigger than they really are. And you know what? We're living in a time in the history of this country and the history of the world that I believe is at its best. This is the best time to start a company. It's the best time because we live in the digital age. Things are less costly. communication and marketing and sales and all of these things have become much more affordable. And you know what? You can start your own company. You can pursue your passion. You can pursue your dream. And I want to empower you to do that by just encouraging you. So don't let the first step be the only step you don't take in keeping you from accomplishing the dreams that you have on your heart. But take that step. Just overcome that initial fear and take that step. And a world of adventure awaits you. And being now 10 years beyond that first step, I'm 28 now. So just about 10 years ago, I did that. I quit my job, and here I am, and I've been a successful entrepreneur ever since, and it's been the best adventure that I could have ever dreamed of. So take the first step. Don't let fear stop you. And here's to a life of adventure and accomplishing all that's on your heart. If you're watching this somewhere other than launchhomecare.com, I invite you to go to the website. That's where I post all of my videos, and you can also, I have a free video series that kind of goes more into detail of my story, and I'd love for you to watch that. It's also at launchhomecare.com, and visit us on Facebook. I'd love to connect with you and hear your story. And this is all about really an entrepreneurial community where people can come together and encourage one another. And I'm here to just, my passion is to help you, to empower you, and to inspire you into action so that you can experience the life that you dream of as well. So check it out. Go to launchhomecare.com, and we'll see you soon.